Two adventurers who know that the real reward are the friendships we made along the way.
You did not just do that.
Why do you think I fucking did that?
Oh God, no. Well, okay, that depends. Like NPCs are cool. Do they
NPCs,
count? Do they
NPCs
count?
are cool. Depends. I mean, depends. If it's the NPC that the party kind of adheres to, yeah, it's cool. If it's the
Yeah.
ones that they forget and you have to kill off to prove a point,
I don't think our group has ever forgotten an NPC. Now watch, I've said that. They're gonna forget one literally next week.
mine. I mean, I've had a group where I created an NPC, and he was meant to be like the leader of the town guard and this, that, and the other, and they fucking ridiculed him.
No.
They ridiculed him, and so I had him killed off,
Oh my God.
and I brought in his boss who had the desired effect.
I mean,
He was meant to
do
be
what
this
you gotta do,
really
I guess.
imposing sort of character, and no, he fucking wasn't.
Nah, nah. Who needs it? I'm trying to think. My favorite NPC I've ever made is actually one right now in my game currently that Connell hates. Like everyone loves this guy in town, but all my players like, what's the story? Why is he shady? There's something up with him. I'm like, I don't know. Guess you're gonna have to find out. But
But the NPCs that all my tables kind of adhere to are the ones that I use as an avatar for myself. So the ones where
oh,
I strip away it and it's just literally my sarcasm and my personality, they're the ones that people absolutely love for some reason.
I was about to say, I don't think I have the courage to do that because the minute that I make a character that's based off of me and people are like, man, that person sucks, I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I can give as good as I fucking get.
That's fantastic. One thing I did do, my old table, my second character ever playing D&D. I took her and I turned her into an NPC for like every one shot, but it was subtle. It wasn't like she wasn't the same character. It was just same like race and same name. And
Yeah,
people finally started picking up on it, and they're like, oh. And so then it kind of became a where's Waldo? Like where's Rook? Where's Rook? So it was fun.
yeah,
Which also became a problem though, because then they were focused more on that than the actual game. But you know,
yeah. But then you create like a meta arc where Rook is like a watcher or something like that, and
exactly. She
yeah.
kind of actually became a god of death.
Oh well, then
Kind of, kind of. Like
how do you kind of become a god of death? I feel like that's an absolute. I feel like
she
you're either the god of death or you're not.
okay.
Like you're the god of badly injured.
Like mortally wounded, just not dead yet. No. um, everybody makes their super cringe character when they first start playing, right? The character that you're like look back on and you're going, ooh, that was super special snowflake. Rook was that character for me. She is so cringe, but the reason she kind of is because, very very long story short, she was a death cleric.
Hmm.
It's not the one that's in the book. It's not the great. It's the one that's actually in like the villain book. I think it's Death Cleric. There's like Grave
Right.
Cleric and Death. I think she was Death. Um, but she chosen by the god of death. God of death went away. Everyone's like, Rook, you have to take over. She's like, fuck no. And very long story short, a little halfling in the party actually ascended into godhood, but was having too much fun. And he's like, Rook, can you do all these miracles and stuff? I don't want to do them. So she actually ended up doing the work without the title of God, while the other person got the title.
Right.
Yeah. So like,
Well, I mean, you said about the like your first character being like, cringy. Mine wasn't. Mine is still the greatest character I've
well,
ever created.
my
It
first
was
character is the great. She was my second. That one was cringy.
no, my first character. It was the ultimate wish fulfillment for me.
Oh.
So it's basically I take my like chaotic side and I take my sarcasm and I dialed it up to where there are no or negligible consequences.
Oh
And
man.
it was glorious.
Mm. I don't know if I've ever like done a wish fulfillment character. I should. Oh, she
I
ended
think
up being such a bitch though.
I think most of mine to a certain in one way or another, uh there is an element of it. It's like, ooh, if only.
If only. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say too much. Halo has a bit of that for me.
Okay.
We implemented some stuff in your backstory
Hmm.
that is just a little bit of me, like, in real life. Like, man, if I could just fucking, like, go off on someone. So,
I mean, there are parts of Liberator which are.
that's still super concerning, man. Like, I cannot wait till you hear those episodes and people realize, like, oh yeah, I'm part Liberator, and everyone thinks like,
No,
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
okay, I get that. No, like,
there are parts of elements, not all of it, but elements of Liberator, which are to a certain degree wish fulfillment.
no. So what? Speaking of games, what did you do this weekend for game? Anything? Nothing?
Gaming wise, I didn't do anything this weekend. I did a lot of.
Oh.
I had the kids round, so
Mm.
um, I did the dadding, and that was amazing, as always. But when they went to bed, then I managed to get some show related stuff
Okay, cool.
done. But on Thursday, we played Fabula Ultima, Couch's game, and we reached the end of an arc, and it was fucking glorious.
I cannot tell you how excited I am to play this game, but how hilarious it is. Because Couch is gonna, for the people watching, Couch is gonna be running a game for me and Connell and Stefan for this Fabula Ultima, because we were like, yeah, that sounds interesting. Is there anyone else going?
No, the three of you.
Okay. I just had a panic attack. Oh god, did I forget?
No, it's just you three.
And so we're talking about character ideas, and I gave him like a list of what I normally play, and he's like, well, like in JRPG, that would kind of translate to this. I'm like, okay, yeah, either one of those. And like, we picked a character to base my character off of, but it was so basic, and it's so funny because I told Connell, I was like, I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm being super vague, but I was like, okay, so like this anime character from this video game, and he's like, so you're gonna have big tits? I'm like, no, like that's not the point of this. Focus, but maybe. It's kind of like, okay, well,
Yeah, so your character's just gonna be like grounded to that. It's like it's gonna be reduced to a pair
But
of
I mean,
tits.
let's be honestly, like a lot of anime games, like that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, that is kind of the trope, as it were. But Fabula Ultima in terms of character creation is pretty cool because
I'm excited.
your characters start at level 5.
Mm,
All right,
okay.
and you pick 3 classes to combine.
Oh.
So that gives you like a level of modularity, which you can create pretty much anything you want.
Oh.
Like my character, Edgar, he started out as a pre-gen in like the intro scenario that comes with the book. So once that kind of continued and our story moved on from there, I kept him and I've been leveling him up.
Oh, that's cool.
But Edgar is he's a gunslinger, sharpshooter with a gun. He is a tinkerer, which is basically your not alchemist, the other one, artificer,
Yeah. Okay.
and a spiritist. So I have made him kind of like an Iron Man like paladin.
What the fuck? That sounds
Yeah.
so cool.
And a lot of him is based on the Boondock Saints because he's like a yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a really really cool, especially the character creation is awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
me
things
too.
I'm looking forward to game wise, but yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I've got another couple in the pipeline. Still waiting on session zeros or to kind of finalize the session zeros
Sure.
before I can announce what we're actually recording. But
Oh.
fuck me, I'm excited.
That's great.
Essentially, 2 systems I've always wanted to play, never got
Oh,
a
shit.
chance. With 2 different people who I've always wanted to share a table with. Never been done, never done. And also some of like the other people that along the way have joined the tables.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking amazing.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. That is the thing, is like if you're excited about it, it leaks over. Like that, I should probably find a better word than leak, but Like, you know, it's like it's just it's a good thing. I don't know how many times I've told like my GMs and my players that like if you're not excited about it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I just don't.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it's for me, it's the excitement of playing. It always has been.
mm,
You know,
yeah.
I don't like to play if I'm not into it.
Yeah. My current character for not Scott's game, but Connell's game is a hard one for me because I'm excited to play her and I'm
Hmm.
excited about the storyline. Playing her is so hard though because I'm a construct, right? So my reactions and my emotions and my like way of thinking is very limited. I'm a bodyguard, so like I am strapped to one person all the time, which is actually fine. Like that I'm not complaining. But like these are all things that I normally am like the polar opposite of in a game. Like
Hmm.
I'm the independent, let's go get him, and I'm like, I have to wait to see what the princess is doing before I can move. And I'm like, it's so fun though. It's so, and I get excited to play her. And it was so funny because last night, we were all excited. We were all pumped. This was such a good game, and but it didn't come across that way. Like I was exhausted, and I was very limited in what I could do. And one of the other players was like focused, but at the same time really tight. So like there was concern, like, oh, nobody's excited about the game. Like, no, we were excited. So like when you show your excitement, it leaks over. It's good. Be excited, y'all. It's a game. Have fun playing your game.
Yeah, that's it. Ultimately, it is a game.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had how many now? Two recordings of the crit list go to shit,
Oh no.
but I don't care because I had so much fucking fun. So there's one of them. It was when I ran Fallout for Justin, Chris, and Couch.
Hmm.
Had a ton of fun with that, and the other one was Craig's Shadowlight and Persona game.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
again. I mean that footage was
I was so upset 'cause I wanted to see
unsalvageable.
that. I wanted to see that so bad.
It was fun. It was fun.
I
And
wanted to play in it, but scheduling for me is so flippant, especially with
hmm.
moving right now. Once I'm moved, it'll be one thing. But
Well, we will be doing another one
good,
because the system is a ton of fun.
good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be the thing to organise. But first, it's going to be you guys on Fabula playing on Sunday.
Yeah. Is that the Sunday?
Yeah,
Did I know this? Hang on a minute.
yeah.
Hold up. I did know
Sunday,
this. It is in my
Sunday the
calendar.
ninth.
We're good.
Sunday the 9th.
It's in my calendar. It's good. I
Um,
am so frazzled from moving that like my weekends are blending and I'm like, wait, okay, so I have all this week off of work. So I have all these like game things that I'm building a game, I am designing a game, I'm going to be running household, I'm doing game art for like 5 different games I'm in. Ugh. Uh, and not like I love doing the art. It's just with everything else going on in life, I feel like I lost something. I tried to do some artwork the other day and I like drew a straight line 5 times. Like, what is wrong with me? Uh,
I mean, to be fair, I kind of had that last week as well. Last week my motivation went like just got buried. It was one thing after another. It was stuff like
yeah.
show related, outside of show related sort of thing. And it just got to the point where I was like, I need to kind of refocus. I need to take a step back and at least be a bit more candid about the shit I was going through.
Mhm.
Which support from yourself, from Beastie, from all these other people. Connell, I mean, I can't even begin to mention them all, but people just coming out of the woodwork kind of going, all right, man, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
And it big shout out to everyone and a big thank you to everyone
Hmm.
for kind of showing me that support. But I needed that step back
Yeah.
and to be able to just kind of refocus and go, right,
It's
let's
so important
start
to have a
again.
good support system.
Yeah.
Like, because, there are times you step back from things and it just disappears and it's kind of like you never get back to it. I don't even know, like, I don't know how to say it, but like, there's just a difference when you can step back and you got support and then you come back into it and you feel like refreshed and rejuvenated versus when you step back and you're on your own and then you come back and like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I beating my head against hi Connell? I'm not beating my head against Connell. He said hi.
Hey, just say a quick hello.
But no, it's you need that support group, and it doesn't need to be like a million people either. Like it just needs to be people you can rely on. So
Yeah, and that I got a good outpouring of support, and it
yeah.
was. I mean, for me to be kind of that candid anyway was a bit of a struggle. I've never normally am, but
Well,
that's
you had a lot going on though. Like yeah, you had a lot going on. So being able to focus on that, it makes a world of difference.
yeah, yeah, and it's at the end of the day, this for me, this whole
Mhm.
endeavor is fun. This is
Yeah,
why I do it. I don't
right.
do it for any other reason other than I enjoy doing it.
Exactly.
And the moment that stops, then I'll stop. I'm not,
Right.
I'm under no illusion of that. But it's still a lot of work.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
sometimes those things that like brings us joy is hard work, you know? Um like I keep talking about all these things I have to do, and it sounds like, oh, I have all these things I have to do. I have to reset my game. I have to do all this art. I have to. I love doing it. I want to do it. I just need to move. I need to move and get settled, and then everything will be fine. But it is what it is, and that's the thing is,
Mm.
if you're still finding joy out of it, that's what matters. So
Yeah, that's it. That I think that's the important thing. It's being able to find the joy, and once those things
yeah,
once that balance is kind of restored, you can carry on.
yeah,
But it is important to take a step back from time to time.
it really is, really, really is, absolutely. Like people think stepping back is like, oh, I'm failing. No, no, you are actually probably doing better than most people. So
Yeah,
yeah, but I was gonna go somewhere. My brain was like, "Oh yeah," and then it just floop, had
yeah.
something
So
insane.
Connell just reminded me that this was unlisted. I've made the stream public now, so
We're good at this.
we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Thank you,
But
Connell.
but to be
Thank you.
honest, thanks to fucking Riverside, that's taking care of the technological side of things.
Listen, I'm in awe of what you do. I used to like do videos of gaming and videos of art streams, which I actually want to get back into again after I move. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but like all of the stuff that goes behind streaming and edit, dude, you've got it. Like you're fine. You're doing great. You're doing wonderful.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of times it's I'm either preparing games. I mean, a lot of people will come up to me and kind of go, "Oh, have you seen this show?" And it's like, no. I don't have time to watch TV. My way of relaxing is sitting down in bed with my laptop and
Yeah.
starting, okay, I need to edit this and I need to work on a new track for an
Yeah.
upcoming show or some artwork.
Yep.
That's the way I relax.
I have to be creative. So as long as I'm being creative of some sort, I can relax. I took on this absurd task. I'm making this Afghan right now. I don't know why in the midst of me moving, I decided it was great to make a giant ass Afghan. But Lord, the chat just blew up.
Yeah, big shout out to obviously Connell who's been with us, and also Inadequate Dungeon who's just joined us.
Yes.
Inadequate Dungeon is now on our team, I
Yes, he is
believe.
on our team.
Is on our
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
They are no
He
longer nemesis.
he has seen the light. He is on our team.
He
And he's
is
very right. You have like I just saw that. Like remember you do it for yourself. Like
100%.
yes.
You
Um and that's the thing is I when creating Halo in Mutants and Masterminds, and this does relate, I promise it comes full circle. I was thinking of all these cool characters I could make that'd be entertaining to watch, or these cool characters that like, oh, everyone would love to play against and everything. And I'm like, what I ended up doing was I played a character that I've always wanted to play, like, or built a character. I was like,
Mm.
I've always wanted this. And I also really wanted, this is gonna sound super cheesy. Okay. I remember growing up, the X-Men made me feel like I was normal. Like the cartoon.
Fair.
You know? It was one of those things where I was like, oh, people that are different are okay and they're normal. So getting to create a character for myself that's like, hey, being different is okay and normal. It was kind of like a nod back of like, hey, do this for yourself. Do this for yourself or people like you that will get something out of it the
Yeah.
same way you did. So
Yeah. I mean, like Liberator for me, it was. I li-
no, whatever about you're about to say, no.
no. I
That's
mean
gonna be a
this.
trigger word from now on.
I
So he's gonna
mean,
be like, we need to liberate. Ah.
I think that is kind of why I did step away from the Pathfinder thing, because I wasn't doing it for me anymore.
Mm.
I was doing it because it was a responsibility. I was doing it because, I had these players that I needed to organize games for. And it just got to a point of where I wasn't enjoying the system. I want to play what I want to play. I want to
Yeah.
enjoy doing what I do. And, doing this, I enjoy. Whereas doing other things, not so much.
I have a question for you then.
Yes.
When did you first play a tabletop role playing game and you realized, oh, I love this? Like, what did it happen? Like, smack the first episode or session, or was it
Oh,
like what made you realize this is something you wanted to do for you?
I don't know. It was weird. I don't think I had that eureka moment, as it
Mm-hmm.
were. We started playing with Scott years ago now.
Yeah.
And even then, like the early days, I can remember it feeling a bit like a chore
Mm.
because I'd made a commitment. It was like, ah, yeah, gotta do
Yeah.
this, gotta do that. But bit by bit, that kind of fell away. And I realized that like between sessions, I was thinking about my character. I was thinking about leveling up. I was thinking about
Oh.
which
Yeah.
direction I wanted to go in. And there were all these things. And I was picking up the book a lot more frequently, and I was flipping through it and just kind of, and I had to, and I, like I said, I don't think there was a eureka moment, but looking back now, it's like, fuck yeah, I was addicted.
Yeah, I never understood because me and my girlfriend started playing at the same time. I after like years of bothering her was like, please hook us up with someone who knows how to play D&D. So she finally did. But same thing. Like I didn't have a eureka moment. I just played and played and played. But what I found interesting is that she became disinterested not because she loved the game and she loved the concept of it, but the amount of work made her feel
Yeah,
like she's like I can't do this. Like this is too much effort, too much stress. And she bowed out, but I was like, no, I could do this for days. Like it
yeah.
was
It
like yes, there was work, but it was worth it for me. It was like, okay, like
We had like friends in common between Justin, Couch, Chris, and I, who would stop hanging out with us because every time we were together, the conversation could
turn to
start out
game.
on anything, and invariably
Yeah.
it'd come back to role playing.
I try so hard to not do that, but all of my like everyday friends that I literally talk to every day, they're either my girls here in Indiana that have nothing to do with role playing, so we just kind of talk about work and life and like girl stuff. But then all my friends in New York, like we have the same hobbies, which is kind of nice because like, oh, I don't have to worry about like boring you or weirding you out. Although like I'm not saying, oh, I always bore the girls. Sometimes they get really into it, which is really cute.
Hmm.
They have no clue what's going on. They're like, and then what happened? Um, but it's good stuff.
So just a quick read of the chat. Connell has
Mm.
written when we're talking about doing to like playing for yourself and this, that, and the other. It says that's how I feel being a GM gets a lot of the time. You can eventually realize
Mm.
you're not having creative fun or whatever, and you're only running this for the players. And I get that. I have felt that on quite a few occasions.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that because oh, that's a can of worms, Connell. Like I I have a party, I have a table that responds very strongly to one type of game and very negatively to another type of game.
Hmm.
So like I want to cater to them and play a game that they enjoy and I want to tell a story that they like. But at the same time, like I don't want to back myself into a corner where I only play one kind of system.
Yeah,
Thankfully they're really good where like they understand that balance of like we are all playing together, like we can all communicate and be adults and share
mm.
our feelings in a healthy way. But, but like there have been some times where Connell would get burnt out and he's like I'm just not feeling the system and we're like then switch it.
Yeah,
Just switch the system, like it's fine. And vice versa, like I was writing the storyline for my campaign I'm running right now, which I like I it's the story is written, right?
yeah,
And I got to a point where I was like, do I really want to run this? Like, does anybody actually even really care? Like, am I doing this for me? Am I doing this because I feel like I have to because there's like that third DM spot in the party? And I'm like, and I just had to step back, like you said, step back, reevaluate.
yeah.
Yeah. I switched from D&D to Level Up, and everything's been great ever since.
Because it is a better system.
It's a far better system.
No, just get rid of 5e, people.
No,
Just-
I
just-
wouldn't say that. Just don't
I
buy
would.
it.
Get rid of 5e. Just
No,
bin
no.
it. Tales of the
can-
Valiant, Level Up, anything. Just don't give wizards any more money.
No, that I agree with. Don't give them any more money. But if you already have it, don't throw it away. You already spent the money.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, Burnout is very.
I'm outnumbered.
I've started something.
Yeah,
so
I'm outnumbered. Inadequate's like, down with it.
let's burn down the patriarchy.
Oh, man.
I said, let's march on Wizards of the Coast.
No. I mean, that'd be funny.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Why do
Uh,
I feel like, okay, if our friend group was actually an adventuring party, we
Bard.
we should just play a one shot where we are playing ourselves.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a bard.
That
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that, like I say, if saying bard, I've kind of limit it to the fantasy tropes.
Yeah.
But that sort of character, I would always kind of lean towards being the face of the party.
I don't know what it'd be. Kind of depends what mood I'm in and if I've been fed and if I have caffeine. Like,
Barbarian, then.
that's fucking fair. I'm too nice though. I'm too nice. I don't rage. I am all about kindness. Like, that is my go-to. Soft strength and kindness.
I have seen you roll up your sleeves to answer a question. I just.
John, don't out me like that. Jeez. Yeah, I know you're probably right. I'd probably straight up be a barbarian.
Okay, so yeah, I think you're barbarian. All right, let's. What about now? Justin will always try and pull for rogue because that's one of his favorite classes. But I'm not gonna give him that because fuck him, he should have been here.
Not exactly. Like, I love Justin, but like, you have to pay attention to be a rogue. Like, it's not just about not being there. You got to be sneaky and you got to pay attention. I don't know.
Although the argument for Justin being a rogue is where is he?
Okay.
There is an
Okay.
argument there. I will give him that. There's an argument.
there.
Although I'm still reluctant to give him rogue because fuck him. I know. Justin is a Tales of the Valiant monk
He's gonna come back and murder you. I hope
with
you-
technique points and everything.
which are different.
Of course, it's a different class. Anyway,
Oh man. Yep. So we have a monk, a bard, a barbarian-ish.
all right. So who we got? We've got who can we consider? Obviously Connell and Beastie.
I feel like Connell would be a bard too, to be honest. But like a bard of like lore, like knowledge, like
Maybe a wizard
Yeah.
then.
Oh,
Wizards are
shit.
knowledgeable.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Connell, are you happy with a wizard? We'll see what
He
he
just
says.
asked what he just said, Alistair, what class am I? I'm gonna say wizard. I'm gonna say wizard. Yeah, I was gonna go. Oh, don't ask me.
the knowledge thing is definitely wizard.
Yeah. I'd say
Ah, all right. So what about Beastie?
wizard.
Druid.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking shout.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I don't know. I just see him, but I see him being that druid that like knows no stranger. Not like the nomadic druid where it like, eats mushrooms and doesn't know how to socialize. But like,
No, I do like druid, but in like a Ron Swanson kind of way.
yeah, okay.
Right, like nature, like he knows shit about nature, but it's
Yeah.
he's like leaning towards the natural side of things, but you don't
Or-
fuck with him.
Or a non-deific cleric. You know what I'm saying? Like a healer of the people type situation.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know like traditionally what that would be, but I can see him like being someone who like gains his magic from taking care of people. Like
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that definitely works. So I think we have an adventuring party.
That's a pretty good party.
Now we've got to figure out what system we're playing and who's going to run the fucking thing.
Oof.
I will allow Tales of the Valiant.
Oh, Connell's saying Beastie's Paladin. I don't know. You think?
Yeah, I think Connell's onto something.
I can see him smiting some people. That's fair.
I can see Beastie being like the protector.
Yeah, I can. Oh, especially with this thing for shields. Yep. Connell, you're on point.
Yeah,
That's.
Connell, you got that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so inadequate dungeon. What would inadequate dungeon be?
Ooh. Sorcerer?
Sorcerer works.
I just get sorcerer vibes. I could be wrong, but I get sorcerer vibes.
Or maybe
Like-
maybe inadequate dungeon could be the druid.
Oh, there we go. I don't know if he's still paying attention, but yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So we've got
okay.
a decent party there.
We got this. We got this. And you know, just for kicks and giggles. Just for kicks and giggles. I rolled higher than you. Just hands down.
Oh. Okay. What?
No,
Oh,
not,
so
not,
we were
not
meant
for
to be-
that. Not for that. I'm just saying for like barbarian raging. Like I will out barbarian your bard.
You will out barbarian my bard. What did you roll?
I
you
have
beat-
17.
You beat me.
Couch
beat me.
showed up. Hey. Yes, Couch. We had some issues. It wasn't listed as public, so thank you.
So yeah, that I don't know. I don't know whose fault that was.
Yeah, I don't know. It was Skynet.
Yeah. Fuck Skynet.
Dude.
Fuck AI.
Don't get me started.
So
Oh my
here,
god.
here comes the rage, motherfuckers.
You guys are right. Yeah, that might be accurate.
Hey,
Like,
Connell.
oh.
No, Connell is saying inadequate is a bard. No, I'm the bard. Already
You
called
can
it.
have dueling bards. Dueling bards.
No, I mean, inadequate dungeon has actually put a good argument for druid in the chat.
I just saw that.
It's
Okay.
green.
It's great.
I'm gonna say.
It is. Okay. What is couch?
Couch would be cleric.
Yeah?
Couch is cleric. Couch would not forgive me unless I said cleric.
Oh. Okay.
He likes his clericses.
Got it. All right.
Hmm.
All right. So we got a full party lined up. This is good.
We got more than a party. You know,
Yeah.
we got
a small army.
Justin the monk. Tales of the valiant monk.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
I'm the bard, you're the barbarian. Connell's the wizard. Inadequate's the druid. Couch is the cleric. Am I forgetting someone? No, I think I got everyone.
Yeah, you got everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Once I moved, I might have to draw that.
Yeah, definitely. And
That'd be
I
exciting
think
stuff.
I think we should definitely do a game out of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Inadequate,
you laugh.
you good for gaming with us? Let's see if Inadequate's game for gaming.
Inadequate. Yeah, well, we'll find a time. We'll make it work.
We'll make it
somehow.
work. We'll kidnap him, get some duct tape. It'll be great.
We just need a GM and a system.
Justin has not GM'd yet. Does he GM?
Justin, yeah, he does GM, but he was going to insist on 5e, and that's not happening. I staunchly refuse.
So about that duct tape.
Like, nope, never going to happen.
We'll figure something out. I don't know. Oh.
We will.
Level up.
Level up. Or again, I got the books. Tales of the Valiant.
Oh, see, there you go. I keep forgetting about it simply because I don't have it. I know that's dumb, but like it's one of those out of sight, out of mind things where I'm like, all right, that thing. He
No,
says,
but
like, yes, we got him.
we got him. Okay, and we know enough. We know enough GMs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell, we could. I got an idea.
What's that?
We'll call in a GM, a dear friend of ours that is busy as fuck, but I'm pretty sure with some bribing and some time, he could get off his train tracks and come run a game.
I'm in. I'm into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get to play Bard again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't lived until you see me play a Bard. I'm a massive dick.
You already are. You already are. You framed me, you asshole. Like you're all like laughing and cute, like, haha, I did that. No, like
No.
I'm very
hey.
curious how the hell Connell's gonna resolve that because Halo is gonna try and murder you the minute I see you. Like,
Will you? Will you really?
yes.
Yeah, all I have to do is make just scream something.
I will fucking end you. It's fine. Everything's fine. Breathing exercises. Drink my water.
So yeah, barbarian, huh?
I hate how accurate that is.
All right. So, I think it's perfect. I think it is.
I think yeah, it fits. It fits. I don't want to be a barbarian. But it fits. It really does.
You should control your rage issues then.
Listen, I control them, okay? Nobody's dead yet. Like they're very controlled. Very controlled. I actually have funny you should say that. The Pathfinder game that we played for just a little bit and then ended.
Yeah.
Because Pathfinder was just not for us. I was a Leshy. I was a Gord Leshy. Who was created with giant runes. So she was actually like human size. So not like
okay.
She was like full size, right? And she was dressed in Victorian because it was very like alchemy punk, steampunk vibes. She was a full-time nanny, right? She had a parasol, big Victorian dress, the hat, the whole thing. She was barbarian. And she would have these fits where she's like, Lord, I'm feeling the vapors coming on. And she would beat the living daylights out of people with her parasol.
I love that. I love that.
Favorite barbarian design ever, hands down. And I'm so bummed that Pathfinder didn't work out because her as a character was fantastic. But Connell was really good at. He's like, okay, we're gonna try this new game, but he kept like the theme of our characters and what we like to play. So completely different story, completely different characters. But instead of a barbarian Gord Leshy protector, I'm now a construct. I can't say too much because I have secrets and I don't know if my other players are playing this game.
Yeah.
Bodyguard. So
okay. Connell in the chat has just put, hey Atlas, how do you feel about people who get pets and don't really have time for them? Is this a barbarian rage moment?
Yes, it is. I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer. We have a situation in our life right now. You just had to listen to me absolutely go on about this last night at game because someone dear to me is getting a dog. And they shouldn't. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I am not the dog police. I'm not saying people shouldn't have pets. It is just
Okay, look, that wasn't me. That was Connell. Don't. I didn't do shit. Don't be angry at me.
I run game. I'm gonna rock till everyone dies. I'm gonna. He better be nice to me. I am his GM. Point proven my ass. Anyways. Yeah, no, game this weekend for me was awesome. We discovered we live on this planet that is kingdom. It is like sci-fi fantasy, okay? And for several reasons, our party has been forced to go investigate these things to discover truth so that bombs don't go off. We found a ship predating the colonization of this planet, basically. But it's a ship from the people that are here. So there's this red flag of like, wait a minute, like, hold up. So people were here before we were here, or we fudged history records, or what secrets are being kept. And I am a construct, like I said, but I am like very rare. I'm old. I'm very antiquated. So like there aren't many of me around, if any. And we just saw basically like a playback recording of the crew of that ship, like falling over, passing out, and poof, disappearing. And they're using this language they can't hear. I'm not sure if it's a language we don't understand so much as it's maybe like played backwards and reverse, like recording wise, because it sounded really weird. And which, by the way, bravo Connell for being able to play that out. but my name, like my model name,
Hmm.
was mentioned in the recording, and then he ended session, and all of us are like, "What? Timeout? What?" Because I don't have memory before I was activated, so I'm like, "Oh no." Did I
That's gonna be
accidentally break?
interesting. I definitely want to. Yeah, I want to learn more about that.
It's good. It's really
I've
good.
I've started again. I've just added to the list of campaigns that I'm trying to get started and get off the ground. Obviously, I've got the creating the Nerdverse. I'm working on.
Hmm.
I'm working on the sort of cyberpunk game, but I want to do something with sci-fi.
Mm.
So I'm thinking like Gods of the Fall and
You've mentioned that, and I'm super
mm,
interested in that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm kind of toying around with, as well as the pre-campaign of Delta Green, which is then going to go into Impossible Landscapes.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah, game-wise, again, it's because this consumes my free time.
But that's again, that's a good thing. Like
Yeah.
once I am moved, I will have my art studio set up. I can flip from my art studio to my gaming, like all these things. And I'm just like, man, I want to run a household game so bad. Like I'm actually writing that right now. Like
Mm.
so I'm getting it ready, even though I'm nowhere near being ready to run it. I'm doing the food truck game without a doubt.
Oh god,
Uh,
that's a good one.
yeah, like it looks so good. Already have some players that are like, "Can I play that, please? I heard you talking about it." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, okay." Like, but it'll be good. It'll be real good.
Yeah, well, I definitely I'm looking forward to hearing more about it.
Hmm.
But speaking of like games that we like and enjoy, just going to kind of jump into talking about our partners very briefly here.
Yes.
So first of all, I want to give a big shout out to 13th Moon Games. It's a family-run indie game company out of Wyoming, USA, that created the tabletop role-playing game Covenant Crucible. It's a game of modern-day witchcraft. If you can imagine the John Wick movie and the last Witch Hunter movie they got together had a very pretty baby, this would be it. If you want to know more, check them out on Patreon at 13th Moon Games. Check them out on most of the social medias. We love Covenant Crucible. You guys still got to play it,
I
and
know.
hopefully Stefan will
You know, he's so
finish
busy right
his
now.
touring of the
Yeah,
cons
I would say it's convention
every
season,
which
so
is fair play, man.
absolutely. Oh my
You
gosh, yeah.
know,
Like he's got his own company he's supporting. Go
yeah,
get it. Like make that bacon.
yeah. It is a great system and so
Yeah.
much fun. Also, want to give a big shout out to Deals of Opportunity. It is an automatic, simple, and free way to save on tabletop role playing games that you want. You just add your Drive Through RPG and Dungeon Masters Guild wish list and get notified anytime a title on your list goes on sale. Just set it up and save. Yeah, it came up the other day going, oh, this is in discount. That's shit.
I literally, yeah. So like one of the things I'm gonna end up talking about today, if we get to it, because like we love to talk about gaming, is on Drive Through RPG, and I'm like, dang it, like stop, like I just, I'm trying to save money. I'm moving. Things keep coming up for sale, and I'm like, oh,
Oh god, yeah. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what game it was that came up. It's like, oh yeah, this is now on thingy. I don't know whether it was an an SRD or something like that. That was honestly I can't fucking remember for the life of me. But I just
that
remember
comes with
seeing it
old
and kind
age.
of going,
Yeah,
I need to wait till payday.
I
Until we need to wait
know.
until my
Just like,
pension.
just one more week. Wait one more week. Yeah, I don't work this week, so all I'm doing is focusing on self care and gaming and art.
Yeah, you do that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
good for you.
yeah.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our own wares for sale,
Yes.
our own merch store.
I just bought a new
Um,
shirt that won't be a dress.
Atlas has just bought a new shirt, and you can find t-shirts. We've got hoodies, we've got caps, we've got desk mats. I'm still thinking of other shit we can throw on there, and I'm also thinking of new concepts or new ideas. So if anybody
Fanny packs.
finds something funny that we were saying in the show and wanted it made into a shirt, I'm sure I can make that work.
What? No. Yeah. No, I love that idea.
Maybe a shirt that says monks use technique points.
Yes. Or it's different but the same.
It's different but the same but
Mhm.
different.
Yes, it's different but the same but different.
So yeah, check
Like
out
our
our merch
show.
store and help support us in that way if if you are so inclined.
Yep.
All right, so every week we do kind of take a look at some of the things around
No.
the sphere that interests us, and
No.
every week we roll for initiative. You beat me once
No.
today.
I
Can you
did.
make
I
it
feel
two
like
for
that
two?
should count. That needs to count. Let's just not. We don't have to roll again. It's fine.
I think we
Totally
do.
fine.
I think we do. I think we have to roll again.
I am using finally since I am back at my my home turf, using my Cryptic Crits dice, my Barbara Yaga. Go check them out. We're not sponsored by them. I don't care. I'm in love with their dice. Go
Yeah,
buy their
me
dice.
too. Me too.
Like, go.
I'm holding. I've already rolled. I rolled a 17. But I'm just gonna hold my phylactery dice up. They're so pretty.
Yeah, well, I got 7. So
Holy shit! That's our rolls were reversed.
did.
Yeah, I got 7 last time.
some Cthulhuism going on.
Yeah, I love a bit of Cthulhu. It's a big Yog-Sothothery.
Can you hear this? I don't know if you can hear that or not. Or if
That's
the-
that's a prime ASMR right there.
right. Oh, we should do like a gamer ASMR.
Just kind of like, I'm going to roll the dice now.
Clickety clickety clackety. Oh, speaking of sounds, before we jump into games, we all almost murdered Connell last night. I need you to know that. You need to tell
All
him how
right.
much you love him because he might die soon. Like he had
Connor,
this
what did you
character-
do?
Oh, he's great. You've been with his games. He's good at sound
Yeah.
effects and voices and really pulling you in and making you feel immersed. So there's this character who's been biologically engineered, I guess is the best way of putting it, or altered to be able to swim underwater and breathe underwater. So he has to wear a collar so he can breathe in the air. But every time he talked, he had to do this gasping noise, and we're all just sitting here going, "Stop it!" Like we were.
That is brilliant.
It was awful. It was just hearing him gasp made us anxious. We were like, "Get him a freaking water bottle." Sorry.
No,
go
that's
ahead.
fantastic. That is amazing. All right, so I guess I am starting.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, you mentioned it last week. Okay.
Yeah.
Songs and Sagas. The new system that's coming out from RPD Shays. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Probably not. I butcher it
Um,
every time.
Well, I tell you what. Next week when he comes on the show, he'll be able to correct us.
Except he will always be Stoneburner guy to me.
All right, so yeah, next week we are getting Stoneburner guy, Renee, I do believe his name is. He's going to be joining us on the show, and he's going to be talking to us about Songs and Sagas, Breathless, Stoneburner. You know, such great fucking games,
I'm so
and I
excited.
can't wait. But this is about Songs and Sagas, but it isn't about necessarily him. There is a company that we've discussed on previously on the show. Called Print and Play Games. All right. Print and Play Games are part of a collective called Galactic Omnivore, which, fucking yes, like a bit of Galactic Omnivore.
Love that name.
I'm just going to share Print and Play's thing. All right, so... Okay, so Print and Play, they make like small, fast and fun tabletop RPGs. We covered them because we where is it?
Like them. You covered
we
them
like
'cause
them,
you
but
them.
we covered a system called Dumb Squad that they did.
Okay.
Which is it's not even featured on there, but yeah, we covered them because they did Dumb Squad, which was very simple, like leaflet style game, very straightforward, seemed like a ton of fucking fun. You know, it was about a group of people who are completely fucking inept trying to solve a problem, and you had 10 minutes to do it. The game time is 10 minutes.
Sounds about right.
And it was really great. And we actually got talking to the creator, Andrea. But now, back to the point at hand. They have taken it upon themselves to use the Songs and Sagas SRD to make a virtual tabletop for Songs and Sagas.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Like
Yeah,
I
that
would
is.
never be that cool.
I mean, that must be like if you're like I don't know. I'm far from being a game designer, but for you to create a game and then for someone else to come along and kind of go, hey, do you know that thing you did?
Yeah.
This is what I've done. This is to complement the game. It must be a fucking, like, a huge compliment.
Gotta be riding a high off of that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited. That's so cool. That's
So yeah,
cool.
we can't wait to test it out. We can't wait to test out Songs and Sagas. We can't wait to test out this
Yeah.
VTT from
Yeah.
Print and Play Games. Big shout out to Print and Play. They're good friends of ours, and they do fantastic work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. That looks so cool. Like I am so proud of that. Like I'll probably touch base on this next week. But like when I first got onto Threads, there were two things that I was immediately like, oh hey, I like that. 2 legit crit. Here I am. And Stoneburner. Like that I saw Stoneburner. That was the first like tabletop role playing game that I saw on Threads, and I was obsessed. And Sweet Connell, he was like, hey, happy no reason I bought it for you. But so like I love it. I love it. I read it just for fun. So,
Well, I mean, for you it was Stoneburner. For me, it was Breathless.
really? Okay.
Yeah, because like I thought because Breathless is the zombie survival game.
Which I still need to play. Like,
And it the whole thing where each time you roll a dice it reduces and then you stop and a complication happens. It just fits the zombie survival genre so fucking well. It was like, no, that was I fell in love. I fell in love with the concept.
it's good.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll hear more about that
Yeah.
as we get kind of closer to the time.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Sounds amazing. Let's do it. I'm
All right.
There very
Your turn.
rarely do I say no. Okay, so I want to talk about Mirror Side and the game, yes, but I want to talk about more than just the game. Now, granted, I'm not going to talk about horror every time I come on here. You guys know I love horror. I promise it's not every time. But there's a reason why I'm so invested in this game in itself. People have actually said that even if they don't like horror, they love this game system. And here's where my fascination ties in. Y'all have heard me fangirl about how much I love Fading Suns. Okay, the space opera.
Yeah.
The gentleman, Angus, makes a whole bunch of stuff. Like he's worked on extra the word just left me, but the extra stuff, like not supplements. Is it supplements? That's the vitamin.
Yeah,
right?
supplements works. Yeah.
Like if you go look at his stuff he's published on Drive Through RPG, you'll see all these Fading Suns things. And I love Fading Suns. So when this popped up and I was like, oh, like he did horror? What? Time out. I checked it out. It looks not only creepy as hell, like I'm genuinely flipping through it and I was like, oh, I want to play this, but I don't know if I want to play this. I'm pretty sure it's his own system too. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's his own system. So for people to be complimenting it left, right, and sideways and leaving reviews of like, hey, I don't like horror, but this system is worth talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out. I'm going to read it. It looks good. I know horror isn't really highlighted a lot in the community, but my thing is I like to blend. It's not, people are frowned upon it sometimes, but this looks so good. Like it looks complex. It's not just like, oh, there's someone chasing me or whatever. There's an other side. So it's not only just like it just sounds so good. You're basically trying to escape things from the other side, the mirror side and everything. It looks good. And it has extra mechanics for collateral, which I love extra mechanics. We talked about this. Like, I want to play a game. I don't just want an RPG, like, oh, I run and I scream, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
if there are mechanics like collateral or panic or stress, like, I want to play that game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
I mean, it's a 90-page PDF for $5.
yeah, it's kind of hard to break that.
Yeah, that is amazing value. And if you like horror as much as we do,
Yeah.
because I like me some horror.
Me too.
And on that topic, I think probably my favorite system, my
Yeah?
current favorite system, is now on Humble Bundle.
Hey!
All right, so there is a Delta Green Humble Bundle that is currently out. Now, I own a few of these books. I'm still gonna get the Humble Bundle for the to complete my collection
I mean,
because
it's for a good cause.
it is. Oh yeah, there's a cause involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cause involved because that's what I was looking at.
John.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, there is a cause. It is to support. It is to support Covenant House, which I really should have done a bit more homework. But it provides. It is the nation's largest movement providing food, shelter, immediate crisis care, and ongoing services to homeless and trafficked young people. So yeah, fantastic. Like 100% absolute
Yeah.
great cause. But now look at the books. Look at the books. There's like it starts off. The first thing you get to is impossible landscapes. We have had Juicy Garland on this show, and we have nerded out about that book
Oh
for
man.
15 minutes straight while Justin wanted to die.
No. I remember that. I actually remember that. Guys, I was like, why was I not on the show yet?
No, but impossible. I'm just getting to the end of my read through of it before I start prepping it in earnest for my players. But it is so fucking good. But also Delta Green Conspiracy. That is more information about the Delta Green as a group. Agent's Handbook, the Handler's Guide, which is one of the best GM books I've ever encountered. It's just all the lore from Delta Green. God's Teeth is another one once I've finished Impossible Landscapes.
That looks horrifying.
Apparently it is. I haven't read it yet.
That's,
Got Night at the Opera, which is a collection of scenarios which I'm currently pulling from. Same, I'm also pulling from Black Sites as well for my players. But yeah, it's just so many good things, and for us it's £14. So I'm guessing close to $20, maybe a bit like $18 or so.
We did this one time where we did a thingy. Hang on a minute.
That was the Cypher one.
Pounds. Oh, that's right. $2. Close. Yeah, $17.91.
Yeah, so it's not breaking the bank. Couch is
Yeah, not
going.
for that many books. Are you kidding me?
Couch has put the cause is filling John's PDF library. Fucking right it is.
I mean, that's okay. That's a good cause. Let's be honest. You know, we can't run out of games to play because then what are we gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's all about the games and the cause, obviously.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good cause. Like, I don't care if you don't like the system or not. Like that cause in itself is worth just supporting. Like,
Yeah. And I know Couch loves Delta Green, as he is putting in the chat right now.
I think Couch is having a meltdown.
Couch is suffering in my games.
Oh no! What are you doing?
His character is not handling the unnatural very well.
Aw, I'm sorry, Couch. I'll GM a game and I'll torture John for you.
I'm sure you will. But yeah, it is honestly, if you like your horror, if you like cosmic horror especially, Delta Green, Humble Bundle, fantastic cause. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely will.
All right. Okay. Have you got anything else for us?
I do. I have one more, and I'm going to turn into a little kid for this. Little Wolves, A Realm of Folk and Fae. Okay. It looks amazing. They've already reached their goal. Go support them anyways. The artwork in this is so pretty. It's got that old school fantasy vibe to it. It's a role-playing game, but it's like werewolves in an enchanted forest, descendants of mortals, and they're trying to basically like come in tune with the magic of the forest. This is oh god, I love this. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. There are masks. You make masks. Okay, so like when you're in wolf form and when you're not in wolf form, and you can actually you decorate the mask according to like as you get closer to the queen and the court, you get to put more stuff on your mask to change your appearance. Now, if you're not into crafts and colors and you're boring and you don't like stickers, there's an option to basically just have a character sheet where it's double-sided. So one side is your non-wolf form and the other side is your wolf form. So you can just do the basic character sheet thing. You can just have a little sign that you can flip back and forth. I'm going all out. No, I'm not a furry, before anyone asks. Not that we kink shame here, but like, I love this. If like the further you go down, they're like, oh, here are all the ways you can implement the mask. You don't have to. It's very, very friendly to however you want to play the game. There's different courts. There's like a witch court, a pumpkin court, troll court, and mermaid court. Like, it's so fantastical. And the reason I'm going to turn a little kid is because this feels like going home to a little kid. Like, this feels like something you can play with your kids. This feels like something you can play with your friends just to have a good time. I love serious games. Every now and then, it's nice to just do a palate cleanser.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love this. Like, there's so many things. Also, like, the reward tiers are amazing. Like, all the stuff you can get is so cool. But the softcover book is gorgeous. Like, everything about this game is beautiful, and I want the stickers.
I think that is fantastic. You know, I do like something with a unique hook.
Yeah.
You know, and this is unique hook in spades.
And it's not going to be for everybody. Like, don't get me wrong. Not everybody wants to, like, implement a mask of when you're in shape and when you're not in shape. And that's fine. That's not your cup of tea. But for those of us it is, this looks amazing. Like, I would have so much fun with this. And the other part, too, is that I play a lot of Mutants and Masterminds. I play a lot of, there's a genre, and it just bloop, gone. But
fair enough. Yeah.
I've never played a supernatural game where it's werewolves or it's vampires. It's always like those things are in the games, but that's not the focus. And I'm like, you know what? I want to play a game where I'm a I just almost like outed myself on the internet, where I play a wolf of some sort. My whole family refers to like dogs or wolves of any sort as a woo woos, like a woo woo. Like, I want to be in a woo woo.
You can be in a woo woo.
I want to be in a woo woo.
You know that's an. Can I just say something? You know that's an episode title, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to be I want to be in a woo woo.
I'm pumping out these titles, man. The fairy whoop whoop and the
fairy whoop whoop. Woo. There you go. There's a theme now.
There is. Slap some magic on me, and I'm a happy camper. Like,
yeah,
it does not take much, if we are being honest.
Yeah, but that does look fantastic.
Couch. I'm interrupting. Please donate 1 PDF a month to PDFs for John to help a poor Spaniard realize his dream of owning all TTRPGs in PDF format. You wouldn't want your Spaniard to go without. Don't let ours.
Only you can help.
Only in the arms of an angel playing in the background.
Oh, I'm editing the show. I'm gonna, I don't think I can get in the arms of an angel because I can only do like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's Oh, Couch has just added T-shirts with a picture of a zip file on the front with PDFs for John. Not a registered charity. Hey, when was it? A few weeks ago when I bought that bundle, which is like 500 PDFs.
Yeah. Where do you keep it all? Like,
I haven't actually downloaded it from itch.io yet. It's on my account.
We were just discussing like the horrors of what happens if like your online clouds crash, and I'm like, because what if your hard drive crashes? What if your online cloud crashes? What if like all these things you're buying on streaming services, like what if those like decide to discontinue or whatever? Like
I have backups.
I know, but what if your backups crash? I am that person. I have 5 fail-safe what ifs. I am in therapy for this reason. But
no, but I mean, I've got my iCloud, I've got my OneDrive, I've got my Google Drive, I've got my hard drive, I've got my external hard drive. I've got all my shit is in multiple places.
I end up sharing most of my stuff with like Connell just because it's like if mine crashes, he at least has a copy. If his crashes, I at least have a copy. So
yeah, so I mean, the last one I bought was the Cypher System. That was like $20 to $30.
Yeah,
I probably, I might, I'm probably gonna get this one, but there's Delta Green one because that's just gonna add to my collection,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use
Which
it
is good are you
to
playing it?
torture couch.
Okay, since we're on the topic of torturing players,
Yeah, my favorite topic, by the way.
what is like, what do you, as a player, not as a GM, what do
Hmm.
you like dread when it pops up in game? You're like, ugh, like even if it's a good thing, like, oh, this is done so well, it's a good story, but I freaking hate it. Like, what is that thing for you?
Puzzles, probably.
Really, not a puzzle
Puzzle,
guy.
not a puzzle guy. Puzzles come
Mm.
up, and I just think, ah, fuck.
Mm.
And because it's, I kind of start getting frustrated, but also even if I know the puzzle, I then have to figure out a way to justify it for my character in a way.
Yeah.
Because and it just gets to the point. It's like, oh, can
Yeah.
we just break this and move on, sort of thing.
Yeah, I get that. That's always stressful when you like we talked about this a little bit, how as a player we know shit and as a character it's like how do I connect this like to my character?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
It
how
can
do
be
you
frustrating.
make that leap? I'm
Yeah.
kind of going, oh well, I know what's going on, but does this character?
Mm.
And yeah, so puzzles for me are the ones like the bit that I kind of, I won't say lose interest because that's unfair,
Yeah.
but I have to make a more conscious effort to kind of remain focused.
So, do you as a GM avoid putting puzzles in your games?
I don't put that many puzzles in.
No? Okay.
No.
I actually don't think I put a mental puzzle in ish.
No, honestly, I don't really. I mean, puzzles for me normally are on a grander scheme. So
Mm.
rather than a puzzle in a room, the puzzle is probably a murder mystery, or that
Yeah, that's how we
where
run too. Yeah.
everything you do builds towards a resolution.
Mm.
But doing the whole, you're in a room and there are three, I don't know, fountains and all this. I struggle to find a right balance for that as a GM
Oh.
because I'm either going to make it too easy
Yeah.
or I'm going to overcompensate and make it completely fucking impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have just killed my entire party now that I forgot about that. We switched systems and everything, and I threw them literally like we ended game as the screams of the like nomadic camp they were in erupted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they'll be fine. And then I'm sitting going, we haven't tested out these like these mechanics and system. Like,
Oh, there's one way to test them.
I just hope I didn't just kill everybody.
If you do, new characters, and let's carry the story. Let's move the story on.
I don't know. I don't know if I could pick up the story after. Well, I could figure something out. There's always a way to figure something out. Yeah.
Right. So, shall we move on to the last call?
Yes, let's. What are we ranting about today?
We are
I'm
going to
roll
rant.
my sleeves up.
Roll your sleeves up because we're going to bitch about the overly detailed backstory that never comes up again.
Ah,
There we go. Get that
Like-
barbarian rage out.
no, I'm rolling my sleeves up. Here's the thing. Like,
She's
It-
turning into a woo woo.
I woo woo. I love. I love detailed backgrounds as a GM and as a player. Love them. Like the more into my character I get, the more I'm better at playing them. However, there is a line, and I don't even know where that line is, but it's there, and like it's just people go over it, and you're going, stop. This has nothing to do with game. Like, what are you doing? Aw.
I'm the opposite to you. Don't like backstories. Not interested in
Really?
backstories. Don't write back.
Oh,
Don't
what's
get me wrong.
wrong with you?
I'll write a backstory, but
Yeah.
it will be very vague.
Really?
It'll
So
be very
you're-
vague.
You wrote a little snippet for inmates.
Yeah.
And I would have thought the complete opposite with how well that was written.
But that still is a very short window
True.
into what could be a massive backstory. That was a glimpse, as it were,
Mm.
and that glimpse didn't exist until I wrote it.
See,
So
I can't play a character without a backstory. Like Halo, our last game, she made that joke about like, oh, this is ironic. They've already tried to burn me. Like, that wouldn't have even been said if I hadn't thought of her backstory. Like, it's those things where it's kind of like, now is that backstory going to come to light? Probably not. But like, it still gives those little snippets into people's characters. My issue is when like we had a player. This is not an exact example because I don't want to be horrible in public, but I'll give a general idea. We had a player who would like, for no reason in the middle of the game, would go sit in the field of flowers and stare at a lily because his, girlfriend from his childhood liked lilies, and there was a windowsill one time. Stop! Like, what are you doing? Stop! Like,
Yeah. I mean, for me, if you're in one of my games and you want to give me a backstory, broad strokes.
Yeah.
Because then with those broad strokes, I will find ways to connect.
Right.
And I'll pull you to one side and just kind of go, right, so this is happening here. This is, does this remind you, or could this have reminded you of something in your character's past? And they'll go, oh yeah. Then I'll go, right, give me that. Give me that piece of information.
Yes.
I don't want anything else. I don't give a shit about anything. I want that piece of information that
Right.
makes it relevant.
Yeah. The
Because
relevancy
if
is
not-
important. That's the point.
Yeah.
Relevancy.
Because if not, you get these people who could bring in these 3-page backstories, and they are constantly trying to shoehorn them in
Oh, God.
to the campaign that you're. And it's like, oh, so yes, because once I was at a orphanage, and in this orphanage there was a teacher that had this name. Do I recognize anybody? It's like, no, you fucking don't. Let's move on.
That's so painful. That's so
It's like,
painful.
Don't try and shoehorn your own thing into a story.
Exactly.
Collaboration is key. Not
Well, literally what Inadequate Dragon just said. Dragon? Dungeon, Inadequate Dungeon.
inadequate dragon.
English is hard.
Poor dragon sat there going, no.
Oh, Paul. I like watching them blossom in games, so they are tied into what's going on. Exactly. Relevancy. Like, I want the backstory to come up in game. I don't have like a 5-story backstory written for Halo. I literally told Connell, I was like, I think she was raised like this. She ended up making this decision, which led to this path. That's why she's where she's at. Like you said, broad strokes. The details of that will come out in game. Like, and sometimes I surprise Connell. I'll be like, oh hey, like in character, I'll say something, and he goes, oh okay.
I mean, it's like let's take Liberator for example.
Yeah, asshole.
Liberate. He's a hero. Stop it.
Bullshit.
And
And I'm a flying Pegasus.
Liberator came from a concept. Connell gave me a suggestion. I then went, I've got an idea of how to kind of turn that on its head.
Oh.
And that's where it came from. That the whole concept of him that came from that. And going back and forth, it was a case of, it wasn't a case of, right, so this happened and then this happened. It was a case of something happened.
Okay.
That's it. That's where we left it. And that's as much as I know right now.
Interesting.
I know something happened that led him to where he is,
Yeah.
but what that is exactly, I've got ideas. I've not written anything down.
It's funny you should say that because I'm kind of the same situation with Halo.
Broad
Like-
strokes.
Yeah, broad strokes. Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, I don't need a book about your character. Although I have a really hard time not writing out my stories that I'm in. Like, I have gotten to the point that I'm like, Inmates, for example. I would totally write that. I'd write it as a book. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Even the current game I was saying about with my construct, I've thought about writing the game notes as chapters from her point of view.
It's not a bad
but-
idea.
Yeah, like it'd be fun. But the point is, don't write a book before you even get to play the game, because how your player is on paper or how your character is on paper, it seems to can change once you're playing the game. Hi, Desi. Sorry, Desi just popped in late.
Hey, Desi. It's
She's one of
better
my
late than
girls.
never.
Exactly.
Better late than never. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes. So yeah, don't write a book. Don't write a book.
No.
Implement it like Dungeon said. Implement it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, have a brief idea,
Yeah.
Okay, so I grew up happy family, something bad happened. From then on, we went
Yeah.
etc., etc. And I did that with a character in my Rune Lords game. He basically went, I want my character to be from this town. Something happened. I went on the run. Something else happened, and that's how I ended up here. So then I started working with him and working behind his back to kind of flesh that story
Hmm.
out. But it was a case of right,
And I think
this is what we've got planned, and
yes. I think sometimes you can have a fully fleshed out character planned and like you're good to go. And then other times I think it's fun to play the game and see how the game forms your character.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Couch has just put Edgar in the chat. That's my Fabula Ultima character. Edgar was based off an NPC, and I've kind of gone, okay, I've taken it, I've got ideas, but the conversations I've had with Couch haven't been, okay, so then this happened, and then this happened. It was a case of, no, something happened. This is how it affected him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it fueled his motivations.
I'm
Because,
really glad you and I make characters the same way.
yeah,
At least similarly, I should say.
I mean,
Yeah.
for me, it's the character motivation which
Yeah.
which drives me, as opposed to what happened. I've got time to come up with the backstory.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Couch, if any point Edgar's past will become relevant, he'll say, write me something, and I will.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how I'm playing Halo right now. Is very much so like I know why, but not the what. And for me, like even when I'm playing in a game, that's important to me because like if I'm solving a murder mystery, I want to know the why. Like we know
Yeah.
he's dead. I want to know why. I want to know like, oh well, so and so, like the ship thing that I just explained. Okay, so apparently like this means that our records are wrong or someone was hiding this, whatever. But my brain is going, but why?
Yeah.
Why? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that the motivation adds a certain level of tangibility
Yeah.
into a character.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can have your character, you can have your tragic backstory and whatever, but that doesn't necessarily inform a motivation.
I have actually gotten to a point, I play a game with myself when I'm making a character where I have the why, I have the general idea, but I like to finalize it into a word. Like if I can, like, why are they doing what they're doing? If I can finalize it into one word, like it's kind of, I've turned that into a game. Like, Halo, for example, without, this won't ruin anything, but like survival. Everything
Yeah.
she's doing is out of survival. Like, since before, like everything. So that gives me that motivation that, like, okay, like when you took note of something she did last session. Like,
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Liberator's observant. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Just-
yeah,
He'll
yeah,
take note.
yeah, coming after him.
Bring it.
I don't know who'd win that fight.
I don't know. I don't think it's something that we'll find out,
I don't think
but
so.
but
That's
it would be interesting.
Like, if it was a TV show, that's what people are thinking in the back of their heads. Is like,
Yeah.
wait, who would win that? Like,
Hmm.
because
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah,
It'd be-
like everyone would be like, oh, Liberator's super strong, but then there's that like, but
yeah, but there's a reason Liberator kind of fears her.
yeah, I'm watching you.
Maybe the truth will be revealed, or maybe your character will die horribly. Who knows?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe he will just not get there in time to save you. He will try.
I don't think I'm ever gonna need. Oh, you did interpose that one time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I do believe that's pretty much all we've got time for tonight.
Yeah.
Just a big thank you to everyone in the chat who's decided to join us. It was, as always, thanks for all your support. Also want to thank our collaborators and, thank you. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Yeah. I mean, come on. What else would I do?
Would you like to tell people whereabouts on the interwebs they can find you?
Yes. Right now, I am on Threads, TikTok, and Instagram as Atlas Ursa. Atlas like the Titan, Ursa like the bear. Not a woo woo, but the bear.
As for me, you can find me at Natural Juan at dice.camp on Mastodon. I'm also most active on Threads at natural.juan. I'm also behind all of our social media presence at Too Legit to Crit on most of the sites. So if that account says something that pisses you off, it's me.
Probably.
And I was probably laughing when I did it.
More than likely.
But if you like what we do and you want to support us, head to our merch store, pick up some merch, like us on YouTube, subscribe, tell your friends about us, anything you can do. We appreciate everything, all the support that you guys give us. If you've got any questions, feel free to contact us on any of the social medias or at questions@toolegit2crit.uk.
And they don't have to be serious questions either.
No, fuck that. We don't do serious.
No, you can ask us questions like, why do I have the same painting 5 times on the wall? Whatever.
Yeah, that is a weird one. Yeah. But anyway. But most importantly of all, thank you to everyone who's decided to spend some of their valuable time with two idiots who waffle on about tabletop role-playing games. Thank you very much, and good night.